Hey, good evening, everyone. It's about 8 o'clock, and we're settling into our Olympic coverage on 21. The news does not come on until 11:30 tonight after our Olympic coverage. Wanted to do a web video update to bring you up to speed on what's going on with our approaching snow. And here's the live radar just before 8 o'clock this evening. And, you know, this kind of looks like a summertime radar with these brighter colors, but a lot of this is heavy, heavy snow just west of downtown Cleveland, stretching down towards Uhrichsville, New Philly, Canton, up towards the downtown Akron area. And most of this is indeed snow, and it's coming down at a clip of an inch to an inch and a half per hour in some of these bands. I mentioned that a lot of it is snow. There is some sleet mixing in. This is a different radar product here. This is called the correlation coefficient. And that's just a fancy term for a product that we are able to look at to see what type of precipitation is falling. It's being picked up by the radar. Snow tends to be a real smooth return on this. So all of this through here, all this real smooth purple, that's snow. You get back into here towards Sandusky, down south of there towards Ashland County as well. You'll notice that the returns get a little more blotchy and kind of different looking. That's probably sleet there well west of Cleveland. So, you know, we were concerned earlier about some sleet, some freezing rain at the onset here across the Mahoning Valley, but more and more it's looking like this is going to come in as probably 90% snow with maybe 10% sleet trying to mix in. You might hear a little pinging on your windows as this pushes in. So again, this is just before 8, putting everything on track to push through the viewing area during the 8 and 9 o'clock hours. It's going to go from not snowing to snowing pretty heavily in a very short period of time. So be ready for that. A broader view of things here showing the precipitation and the current observations in Worcester. They're reporting snow with visibilities down to a half a mile. So that's moderate to heavy snow. Up here west of Cleveland, Lorain County, 3/4 of a mile visibility with snow. And the Cleveland Hopkins Airport, which is southwest of downtown Cleveland, reporting still pretty good visibility, 9 miles, but they're just about to get into the heavier snow. So again, this is the current radar. We had some thunder and lightning earlier on this evening with sleet and freezing rain down around the Dayton and Cincinnati areas. Not picking up any lightning at this point, so it appears our chances for some rare thunder snow or thunder sleet probably diminishing. Now you notice behind this band there's a kind of a dry slot, a little break in the action here, and that may very well push in here later on as well, but it won't last long. I think this snow up in northern Indiana, southwestern Michigan will then wrap back in. So while the steadiest, heaviest snow is likely to occur maybe from 10 o'clock through 1 or 2 a.m., we'll still see some snow after that. Just won't be, you know, quite as heavy. This is the sounding this evening, the upper air sounding from the Pittsburgh Weather Service office. Twice a day at weather service offices all over the country, they launch weather balloons. And these weather balloons, the data from them is fed into our computer models. There's a variety of uses for them, but one of the uses is to get a snapshot of what the temperature profile and the wind profile is as you go up in the atmosphere. And a way to read this real quickly, a quick lesson, we live down here at the bottom of the charts, down at the surface of the Earth. The top of the atmosphere is way up here. The line on the right-hand side, this one, that's the temperature profile. And then you have all sorts of other things going on, but for simplicity's sake, I want to draw your attention to this purplish line right here. That's the freezing line, the 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius line. And you'll notice that the temperature profile, the temperature as the balloon went up in the atmosphere, the air started to get warmer. The line, the black line, moves to the right. In fact, it goes above freezing. And again, this is out of Pittsburgh. So this warm layer right in through here of above freezing air is why we're still concerned for that there'll be some mixing going on. As snow falls into that warm air, that relatively warm air, the snow will melt. As it encounters the colder air, it doesn't turn back to snow. It freezes into little sleet pellets. And so as the precipitation falls through that warm layer, the type of precipitation changes. So bottom line is, it's one of the reasons why we're still concerned, even though this is going to be mostly snow, we're still concerned for a period of sleet, outside chance of freezing rain as well. This is a look at the temperature profile up at about 5,000 feet in the atmosphere. And anywhere where you see the blues and the reds here, that means it's near or just above freezing at that level, 5,000 feet. And this map that I'm showing you here is valid for, right here is for 8 o'clock this evening, about right now. Notice that the colder air up at 5,000 feet sweeps in, though, overnight. This is 11 o'clock this evening, midnight, and by this point there's no above freezing air above our heads. So any precipitation that falls is guaranteed to be snow at that point. Here's a look at the future radar. Starting off with 8 o'clock this evening, our precipitation's knocking on the door. The computer model thinks that too much of it is something other than snow. So it's overdoing the mixing right now. But even though it's overdoing it right now, it shows a steady band of snow certainly overhead by 11 o'clock this evening. I'm stopping the animation here at 11 p.m. And at this point, some of these deeper blues indicate some moderate to, at times, heavy snow. So this is getting into the worst part of the night tonight. 11 p.m., then midnight, and then 1 a.m. Notice at 1 a.m., though, look at all this dry air trying to push in from the west. That's going to work in and shut down the heaviest of the snow by 2 in the morning. Now, after that, yes, it fills back in and there will be some light snow, but the steadiest, heaviest, worst part of the storm will be over with by about 2, maybe 3 in the morning. As you get up tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., there's going to be some snow showers around, but the worst of us will have passed at that point. All right, that high-resolution model I just showed you, how much snow is it predicting for the night? Gives us an average of about 4 inches around the Mahoning Valley. A little less with perhaps a little more mixing down here in southern Columbiana County, down towards East Liverpool. But bottom line is I think we've got a good shot at picking up anywhere between 3 to 4 inches or so across the valley tonight. So our forecast is not going to change, at least in the near term. I'll have an updated forecast for you tonight on the TV side if you're up late. After the Olympics at 11:30, we'll show you the latest radar. We'll show you the latest projections. But as it stands right now at 8 o'clock, our forecast is looking pretty good for a solid 3 to as much as 4 inches or so worth of snow tonight, and road conditions are going to go downhill in a hurry as we head into the 9 and 10 o'clock hour. So if you need to be out this evening, take it slow, be safe, and I'll see you on the TV side in a few hours.